Curious George. Curious George.
Curious George.
At the fire station.
George.
George. This is George. Was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today, George and the man with the yellow hat are visiting the fire station. "Hello, George," said the fire chief. "How would you like to wear a fireman's hat?" George put on the big hat. Then they looked at the fire engines. "We're proud of them," said the chief. "We keep them as bright and shiny as we can." One fireman was polishing a big brass bell on the wall. "This is our alarm bell," said the chief. "Whenever there is a fire, it rings." Another bell was on the engine. "We ring that bell on the way to the fire," said the chief, "so that people will get out of the way." "And this is Sally, our Dalmatian. She just had 10... Please stop that. She just had 10 puppies. The puppies... No, we're not doing that. The puppies stay in a basket on the second floor with the firemen. They all went up to the second floor. The puppies were in a straw basket by the wall. "Yip, yip, yip," they barked. One tried to jump up and lick George's face. Near the basket was a big round hole with a pole in the middle. "When the alarm rings," said the chief, "the firemen slide down the pole to the fire engines below." "You may slide down if you want, George," said the chief, "but be careful," said the man with the yellow hat. George slid down the pole like a real fireman. Actually, he didn't. It's not right.
Fireman?
He's not doing it like a fireman would. I must say, what is George doing that is not like what a fireman would be doing?
I'm holding on to his hat.
Right, he's wearing a helmet already. Where is the fireman's helmet? Is it upstairs?
Head.
No, when the fireman slides down the pole, when he's upstairs in the fireman headquarters, is he wearing the helmet?
No.
So when he's sliding down the pole, is he wearing a helmet?
Yes.
Really?
No. Yes.
Which one? Do you think he slides down while he's already wearing a helmet, or does he put the helmet on after he slides down? That's what I'm asking.
After.
After they slide down and then they put on the gear, right? Right. So it says he slid down the pole like a real fireman, except that he's already wearing the helmet. I don't think they would slide down wearing the helmet because it's heavy and clunky and could fall off and hit somebody down below. Then he climbed onto the fire engine and sat behind the steering wheel. "Make way, here comes George the fireman." George was curious. What would happen if he rang the bell? Clang, clang, clang went the bell. The fireman heard it and jumped out of bed. "Fire, fire, fire," they shouted. Quickly they put on their uniforms and slid down the pole. But that's not right. That's not right.
The pole?
Well, they slide down. All their gear is downstairs where the fire engine is, right?
Yes.
It's not up there. It's down there. So whoever wrote this book didn't think about the way it really works. He wouldn't slide down with all his gear on, and especially with that helmet, because like I was saying, unless it's strapped. It doesn't look like it's strapped on though, because it could just fall right off and it could get hit on it could get knocked off on the side on that hole there, or it could just fall off his head and hit someone down below, down where he's sliding to. So
why is he startled?
Why do you think? That's another thing. That's another thing. So he's saying, "Fire, fire, fire!" They shouted, but he's a fireman. He wouldn't be all. It's just a bell ringing for him to go to work. It's not. I don't think they're all startled like that. So I don't know, this is not the best. This is not the best book, and it's even the pictures are not that great. I mean, look at that guy's face, like an Easter Island face. All right. It was a false alarm. When the firemen got to the engine, all they saw was a little monkey. "George," said the chief, "fighting fires is serious business. Get off that engine right now! George felt terrible. At that moment, they heard a dog bark. Sally was looking up to the top of the fire pole. One of the puppies had gotten out of its basket and was looking over the edge of the hole. One more step and it would fall. George knew what to do. He climbed up the pole as fast as he could. Then he held out his hat to catch the puppy in case it should fall. Sure enough, the puppy slipped and plop! Landed right in George's hat. That was using your head, said the chief. You saved the puppy. I'm making you an honorary fireman of our station. You can keep the hat, too. Come back and visit us any time, shouted the chief as George and the man in the yellow hat got into their car to drive home. That's the end.
Let's do